Mark Hamill has admitted he almost walked away from playing the Major in The Long Walk due to deep concerns about the story's treatment of violence. The actor, known for his vocal stance against gun violence, struggled with the premise of the dystopian tale. The narrative centers on a brutal competition in which participants are executed with bullets if they fall below the required walking pace. Hamill said this idea unsettled him, fearing the film might unintentionally glamorize firearms or trivialize real-world issues tied to gun violence. Initially, Hamill was prepared to decline the offer and even considered contacting director Francis Lawrence to turn it down. However, a direct conversation with Lawrence changed the course of events. The director assured him that while violence was integral to the story, it would not be handled as mere spectacle. Instead, the deaths would carry emotional weight, reflecting the human cost of such a grim contest. Lawrence emphasized that each elimination would be portrayed with different tones and intensities, underscoring psychological impact rather than indulging in graphic gore. This approach helped Hamill reconsider his decision. He noted that the first death in the film would be intentionally jarring to establish the stakes, but subsequent losses would shift in style and meaning. For him, that assurance meant the narrative wouldn't reduce violence to shock value, but would explore the emotional toll on those trapped in such an inhumane ordeal. The framing of the story around human resilience and despair, rather than on sensational bloodshed, resonated more with his values. Hamill has since described the Major as a role that is not physically demanding but instead driven by dialogue and heavy exposition. He acknowledged that Lawrence's vision provided a framework that allowed him to reconcile his discomfort with the project. The director's focus on character psychology and storytelling gave him confidence that his performance would serve a deeper purpose, rather than contradict his personal principles. Accepting the role, Hamill now views the project as an opportunity to explore darker human themes without abandoning his stance on responsible depictions of violence. He praised Lawrence for listening to his concerns and shaping the presentation of the film to highlight meaning over spectacle. The Long Walk, adapted from Stephen King's 1979 novel, is slated for release soon, with Hamill's portrayal of the Major expected to bring gravitas to the story's harrowing vision of endurance and survival.